Hello guys, my battery's not holding at the moment. I've probably got too many files open. I did actually come over here to try and see if I can get some internet work done while the boys were playing, but it would be it's such a shame. I mean, maybe if I asked everybody they probably wouldn't mind. Are you getting on? But in the park now I would be being really stereotypical if I tried to even go on, now you swing your leg, hasten to make a decision on where all the nationalities were from. But none of them actually speak English. So just on this small piece of park that I've got now, go on then. I've got you. I have one lad who's just been helping Elijah go across the bar, who is, okay, his mum's got, you can sit with me, his mum's got one of the things across the face, so I could probably even ask them where they were from. I don't know if they would mind, so that's one family. I've got a dad here with his daughter who's Polish. I've got a mum who's with her daughter who is from Turkey, I'm sure, because I know I've met her before. And then I've got three mums. One is Russian, one is Slovakian, and one is, seriously, I sort of, hey, here comes Roger. There's Roger going past at the moment. Roger on his electric scooter. Oh, he's just stopped. He's going up and down. There he goes. Saying hello to the kids. Roger on his electric scooter going down. He's got his really cool electric bike that he's done as well, which is absolutely awesome. So he's always downstairs building something. But yeah, I mean, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 families on here, and I am the only British, white, born British person on the park. And I don't have a problem with it. We're not fighting. Our children are playing together. You know, and it's been like that for generations and generations. It's the heads of states that don't seem to realise that we, the people, aren't fighting. It's only the organisations. I like this woman. She's really nice. I tend to not get on so much with Western women. Yes. Are you pushing me? Go on then. Hang on. I might even ask her where she's from, just to get a point. I don't even know if she speaks English. Yes, darling. I'm coming. I don't even know if she speaks English. 2 seconds. I'm going to get my son on. And I certainly wouldn't want to catch any person from another culture or place, because you have no idea what they've escaped from. You have no idea of where they've come from, and some of them could be here as refugees hiding, and I welcome that. We shouldn't be bombing countries anyway. Just 2 seconds, I'll ask the son, he might not mind. He might not mind. He might not mind. It's mum in every language. It doesn't matter what country it is. Yes, darling. It's still mum, and it's still papa or dada. It doesn't matter what culture, what country. Kids still say mama, dada. I'd love to ask every single one. I really would. I'd love to get a photograph of every single culture that we have here in Portsmouth with a we're at peace with each other picture. Hello there, Claire. I'm just basically saying that I'm on the park, and actually I've got now more, and I've got 18 different cultures around me, and I would love here in Portsmouth at the Guildhall to literally have a photograph of every single nationality, culture, family that we have here in Portsmouth, with a banner that says we're at peace with each other. You know, we're not fighting. It's the heads of states that are fighting. Just 2 seconds. Excuse me, so is it okay if I ask your son a question? I just wanted to ask what your culture is from. Your heritage.
Italian and Bengali.
Bengali.
Yeah.
Bengali. Okay, I was just trying to work out different countries and different cultures, and I didn't want to assume. I thought I would ask. Some Bengali. Brilliant. Thank you. Well, and welcome. So that's Bengali. You want to come out or in? Out. Ready? I'm gonna have to put my phone down. 2 seconds. I'm assuming she's on the phone, so I would ask this lady next to me. I don't know if she'd mind. It's whether or not people speak English as well. So the lad who helped my son go across the Poles is Bengalian, but they're Italian. So they're already settled from over in Italy, but they're actually Bengalian. So, and I think more the language would sound German. So yeah, I think it'd be really cool for Portsmouth to basically get a banner together with all of the cultures and all of the nationalities, just to show people that the people are not fighting. Okay, not everybody knows how to live in co-symbioticness, and people are like my son absolutely loves the ladies cooking next door, and she is shit, I can't remember where she's from. But he absolutely loves their cooking. I mean, us in Britain, come on, we've had Chinese takeaways and Indian takeaways for fucking years. Yet people have never understood or appreciated the culture. They're quite happy to go into a chippy and get a chow mein, and quite happy to go to an Indian and get a curry. But to actually then understand the culture or where the spices come from, people are so damn fucking ignorant. Even if every single black person walked past me, lucky I turned then, I'm white British. If every single black person walked past me and I stopped and asked every single one of them and just said, look, do you mind, I'm live? Do you mind just asking me a question? You don't have to be on here. And if I asked every single black person where they were from, you'd have everything from West Africa, West Indies, from Jamaica, Barbados, to Trinidad, Tobago, up for Trinidad because we've got Amber here on live, so there you go, Trinidad and Tobago. So for those who don't know Amber is white British born, but her heritage is Tobago, Trinidad. So Amber is from Trinidad. So then you've obviously got everything from black British, white British, and all these things, and they're just tick boxes. They're tick boxes to be able to separate into funding, and it's not good enough. It's not right. I'm just making the ladies nervous because they think I've got a camera pointed at them, and I haven't. I've just had another culture walk past, and at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether people have a faith or whether you can go, well, that person's Jamaican, they smoke weed. That person's Indian, they cut heads off. That person's Chinese, they're Gurkhas. That person's white, they're pricks. It's not as simple as that. Do you know what I mean? It really, really, really isn't as simple as that. I guarantee you, if I spoke to the gentleman walking in now, he looks a bit like a fucking copper. He is not. And I asked him where he was from. He would probably give me a completely different culture. Hello there, darling. How are you getting on?
I want to go Asda.
You want to go to Asda? Why do you want to go to Asda?
Because I want to buy yogurt.
You want to buy yogurt?
Yeah.
And muffins. Shiloh wants muffins and yogurt, so he wants to go to Asda. Yeah, in a minute, because I'm not getting the milk until we go home, and I want to be out for a bit first. I'd love to know where this lady was from, because I couldn't quite work out whether she was Ukrainian or she's very pretty. A sort of woman that I would get on with. Just 2 seconds. Okay, we're going to go do that. Just 2 seconds. Excuse me. Do you speak English? Just to be... Only take 2 seconds. Only because I was talking about lots of different cultures and stuff, and I wanted to ask you where you're where your language is from?
Bulgarian.
Bulgarian. Oh, fantastic. Oh, Sophia. I love Sophia.
Yeah.
Bulgarian. Brilliant. Excellent. Thank you so much for asking. So there you go. She's Bulgarian. I tend to really get on with Bulgarians, I have to say. I love the Bulgarians. So I was struggling there with what language she was speaking, because obviously I don't actually speak many other languages. I would love to. I really would. I actually said by the time I was 40 that I at least wanted to be fluent in at least sort of 6 languages. But I was 7, 8, 9. I mean, I would love to literally be able to be... yeah, you're from Croydon, mate, Amber. So Trinidad Amber's from Croydon. Slam it down, yeah? Tell it right, girl. The woman's from fucking Croydon. Oh, excuse me, my son's there. Excuse me, they're not here to bully. They're on her turf now. That's where we are, mate. They're not the same boys. They're not the same boys.
Yes, they are.
They're not the same boys. Oh, well, they might be the same boys, but it doesn't matter. I don't think they're the same boys. They just look like the same boys, and you shouldn't be rude anyway. So yeah, Bulgarian. So I'm thinking maybe the other lady might be Bulgarian, because obviously those that speak the same language tend to come together in the same language, as the languages were divided by nations anyway. So yeah, come on, big up for Croydon. I'm just going to turn around because I've got people coming behind me. So yeah, I mean, that's what I'm sort of saying. I mean, they're going to have meetings and all this stuff about having peace, but it's only the armies and the soldiers that are actually fighting. The people are not fighting. The people don't want to fight. They're not fighters. They don't... if you don't put your shoes back on, you'll be going home. I'd love to know and ask this guy where he's from. In fact, I want to do a whole thing on it now, just to show people how narrow-minded they are about all of the different worlds and cultures. And people would love to travel the world, especially here in Great Britain. If you spoke to pretty much every person here in Great Britain and said, like, you know, would you love to just travel the world? The amount of people that go, yeah. Some people, if you ask Graham, he never wants to leave the country. But, you know... Oh, hang on. I don't want to catch the lady behind me walking past. There you go. You know, you do have to be very, very, very careful. I mean, some people are in witness protection. Some people... I knew a gentleman who was from... oh, God, I mean, he was a prince of a country, so I better not say the country just in case. But his fiancée had an affair, and they were going to basically cut off her hands or behead her. So he then said that he was the adulterer, saved her neck and left the country shamed to his father. You know, he's one of my homeless friends going past on his bike. A very, very, very intelligent man. Also someone who came here from another country, found that papers didn't quite match, and was struggling. You know, Elijah straight away is with a boy of, you know, he's hit it off. I would love to show them together. I wonder if their father would mind me just asking a quick question. I would love to have photographs of them all together. You know, kids here in England are used to it in schools so much, but it's the parents that are not used to it. Kids are mixed in multiculturals in schools pretty much all the way around. It's been a battle, it's been a fight, but parents at gates, they tend to stick with their own. Some cross over, some don't, but you know, it's lovely. The only thing is Shiloh's got a jumper on today that I've just bloody noticed has got a 5-pointed star on it, so I'm going to have to bin that. But it depends on what angle you're looking at the 5-pointed star at the moment. But it is all really important, and it's important for a reason, because Israel, as you know, is 6-pointed stars for the Star of David, for David's 6 daughters, and that's Israel. And then the 5 is used for paganism. Wow, he's going for it. I thought he was going to go across the bars on his own then. But yeah, I mean, when the kids are playing and everything, and the kids in school and things, you know, the Bulgarian kids are beautiful. like really beautiful. The women are stunning. I just think Bulgarian women are stunning. You can always tell the difference between foreign women and British women. I mean, they have so much grace and integrity. The men, I mean, they really look after their families. They're really, like, we here in the UK, men are not bred to be men here. They're not bred to, you know, take their wife as their wife and the children, where other cultures they really have that. But then we've got a lot of single mothers here from other cultures as well. Yes, darling. So you can't, again, typecast or put anything in a box. You want to do what the... Okay, go. Wait, because he might come back. Are you jumping or are you coming back? Jump. Right, go on then. Go on then. No, you have to hold on, mate. Watch my back, watch my head. Don't grab my head. That's it, go. That's it. It's funny actually because the other white woman that's on here has just finally opened up. Let me see if he'll mind. Ow, don't grab my head, don't grab my head. Let's see if he'll mind. Sorry to bother you, but I have actually got a camera on, so you don't have to answer. I'm being, what's the word? I'm showing people how narrow-minded they are over different cultures, and how people will look at white as white, black as black, and you would be classed, and I know you're not already, I could probably already work out where you were from, but most would then go Indian. So, yeah, exactly, right. So
No, I'm not Indian.
no, so can I ask you what your heritage culture actually is, where you're originally from?
I'm from Ethiopia.
From Ethiopia.
East Africa.
East Africa.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, wow, brilliant. Love it. I love it. I love it. I mean, I'm trying to point out, I'd love to do, yes, I can do. I want to do a photograph outside the Civic Hall and around town of every different nation and just put, we're at peace. There's no war here. It's the governments that are fighting, not the people. To say we're all living together in peace.
Yeah,
We're living together in peace. You know, we might be naive of people. Our kids are playing together. We might be naive to people's cultures and backgrounds, but it's the media that makes us fearful of whether someone might be from Iranian or, you know, I understand there are wars going on. I get this. But but my Elijah and Shiloh. Yeah, we're always around. Tesco. Oh, seriously, I have. Can you see my knuckles? I'm always trying to just run in and run out, and it doesn't work that way. They always want bloody toys, and trying to deal with all the Great Reset and mask and stuff, and it's like, I just want to get in, I just want to get out. But anyway, let me finish this, but thanks for that. So yeah, he is from, and even then, to sort of look and go, no, you would be really wrong with an Indian. You're then coming back actually to, what did he just say he was from? Ethiopia. So that's what I'm saying. There's so many here in Great Britain. We are so multi-diverse. It does make it very difficult to say, hey, this is the law, this is the rules, this is the way that we live. But we have to be, I'm not a liberalist in any sort of way in sort of government policy, but we have to be liberal in these sort of ways and go, look, some people want a home, some people want to do this, but we should have worldwide travel. We should be free to travel, it's not mine, anywhere in the world that we wish to travel, and we should be able to do so safely. There shouldn't be wars between borders. There's no reason for it. There really, really, really isn't. Just because somebody says one way is the right way and one way isn't the right way. And into some, if you allow for what's coming here, from what China was doing. Now here in Great Britain, not around the world, but here in Great Britain, all the China stuff is all have to be removed by 2027, I think. They're removing it all out from here. But if they continue with what's going on like that, you're talking about everything be, say, take your national insurance number, and then they would take your national insurance number, and then you'd have all the points and all the contributions, and that includes like what you can do, where you can go. You know, it's a whole point system, and it's different everywhere. If I speak to, and it's lovely that one of the ladies was really nervous about sitting and talking to somebody of a different colour, because people are still uncovering their own racism. People are not realising that here in Great Britain we've been raised so white. I even remember the first time my father went fucking Polish and all this, coming over here and taking the jobs, and I was like, Dad, you're the one that raised me to be multicultural. You're the one that raised me to not judge people by their colour, and now all of a sudden you're having a go at people for coming over. And it's like, if people actually looked at how each other country was governed, they would then realise that actually the way we're being governed is control, because the whole world is being governed very differently under whoever's power has that country and has put that flag in and gone, this is my territory and my domain and my family's kingdom, until someone comes along and cuts off their heads and says no, it's not, and you know, they change hands and people go rah rah rah, and new leaders are found. Now they just do it through postage things and voting boxes, and if you don't vote, you give the power to the party that's already in. It's by voting that you actually enforce the power for the people. We need it. We need something, because I don't want to have to deal with the street lights for this. I don't want to have to come down and unlock the pads for this. I don't want to have to do all of the cleaning for this. I don't want to have to run the roads. So we have to have some form of structure. We have to have some form of governance. We have to have some form of like a business owns Asda. But should it be, say, take Great Britain as a whole, should the water, the electricity and everything be ran by our governance and only have one? No privatisation of it, no profit from these things. And you can say, well, you know, they don't profit from charities. Yes, they do. Heads of charities and organisations are paid big fucking money, mate. Some of these heads of charities are on 7 figures, you know, and they're screwing the system left, right and centre. And they're using volunteers to be able to do much of the groundwork, because they're playing with people's hearts, manipulating them, while people are sitting around eating fucking caviar and drinking, and children are being fucked down the back alley in hotels. And it's got to stop. It has to stop. And all of this comes back to religion and minerals, basically, land ownership, dominance, who can control the whole of the world. Pinky and the brain, I can control the world. Who is the head of the world leader? And once that is here in the UK, we don't even have our NHS system controlled by one system, because you can't give that amount of power away to someone. Yet they want to give the entire power to one world government. Yes, I get that. We already had EM